Testing, testing. Okay. Howdy, folks. This is Mr. Oya, just walking by dragging a lead. He has his nemesis is a fly spray bottle, and holding his feet up longer than maybe 2 seconds. And before I got to work with him with his feet, he had a farrier session that was like a pretty bad wrestling match. Poor farrier. Anyhow, so this is halfway through today's session. I thought I'd give him a benchmark and see how he's doing. And there's always regression when you're learning a lot. Oh, and I've also been working with him on the pick-me-up cue. The pick-me-up cue is intended to be able to you climb up on anything. If you need to stand on something to mount your horse comfortably, then the horse should bring you the iron or the stirrup to your location to make it easier for your mounting in case you don't have a portable vent. And one of the offshoots of it is it helps horses stand still for mounting, which he's not had a problem with standing still for mounting, but it's convenient since a young girl also rides him, that he be able to come to you to wherever you're standing. So we've been working on those three things, and we'll just something you should never do is test a horse because they're likely to fail. So this is kind of a little progress test to see how he's doing, and we'll find out if rather not how he's doing, but how I'm doing. If I'm doing an adequate job, he'll be fine. And as I said, though, there's always regression. This is an opportunity for regression. And as horses learn, there's 2 of the 5 phases that they go through of learning are regression, which means their behavior is going to deteriorate temporarily. So you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to fly spray this near side first. And you can see he's moving. So at first I'm just going to hold this here until he stops. Then I'm going to rub it on him. While I'm rubbing, quick fly spray. Good job. Down his front, into his groin. Okay, he was in the past picking up this back foot to warn you that he's going to kick you. And he's not doing that now. This offside he was really bad on. He still got some anxiety with me being over here, I can tell. But this is, like I said, it's an opportunity to have him get into phase 2 or 4 to complete his learning. I'm not sure where he is in there because I thought I saw phase 2, but I haven't seen a phase 4, which is really bad regression. But you can see he's not regressing today. Good job. Good job. Good job. This leg right here was almost very difficult to spray without getting kicked. I don't like to do before and after. I don't want a horse to fail, so I don't want to see him perform the before. If they can win right up front and not make mistakes, that'd be great. And generally, he liked to take his feet from you, more the back feet than the front feet, but even the front feet, you had a timer, especially if you're holding the foot like this. And I don't know if you could see this or not, but I like to wrap on each, he's already got shoes on each nail 3 times. He's pulling. When he quits pulling, I'm going to put the foot down. There we go. Not going to quit that foot as long as it's being pulled. And somebody bit him on his back, so temporarily not putting a saddle on him. And you can see it's still a little sore right there. And going to go back to that foot. Didn't really pull that time. It's always good on your way down if you stroke the leg, and if the horse has tension, it's also good to take the toe of the horse and relax the hip by making circles in both directions, clockwise and counterclockwise, with the toe toward the ground first before getting to business. And he is moving around. Nobody's holding him. You put that foot down, so I need it right back up. I'm going to wait for him to quit, and I'm going to put it down myself. Good job right there. Good job. Not too bad. I mean, at this point, it's easy for him to walk off. I don't even have a hold of the lead line. So this is a pretty severe test for him, leaving him a lot of choices, a lot of room to fail. But right now, I'm looking at it more as being able to make mistakes, which I can then provide him feedback on his mistakes. That's a perfect foot, so we're not going to stay at it. And you can see how he stepped this hip away from me. He's very sensitive over here on this hip. I've been spending a lot of time over here trying to change that. Good. Where are you going? I don't want to grab that lead line. Good. Excuse me. Thank you. Good. Okay, point the toe at the ground, make little circles. Good. Good. Get that hip nice and relaxed. If it wasn't, I could switch hands here and start petting this hip up here. Or even before picking up this foot, I can pick. He's trying to pull it away. So when he quits, right there, he quit. I'm going to put it down for him. He quit, and I was talking and I didn't put it down. I was trying to let you see he quit, and then he pulled it one more time, but then he quit again, so I put it down. When you're narrating, he kind of missed your opportunities. You ought to just get her done. But good, good. Very good response on him moving that hip for me, which he hasn't been. He has a tendency to lean into you. In all of his feet, you know, it's a defensive thing. If I were a predator and grab a hold of a leg with my teeth, the best thing a horse can do is not run away because he's just going to rip that muscle out. The best thing you can do is drop your shoulder or your hip right on the animal that's got a hold of you. You throw 300 pounds, 250 pounds on somebody and on top of them on the ground, first thing they're going to do is let go with their mouth and try and squirm out and get out of there. Oops, I'm working on this one. Okay. Now, he's got his feet misplaced here to take his weight off this one, and that was really good. He said, I can't do that right now. And he moved that foot for me while he's goofing off with eating. And right now, I don't care. This was his bad foot, his worst. They were all bad, but anyhow, I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to put it down. Okay, so that's moving Mr. Oyo along, and I'm very glad I saw no regression today. I shouldn't say I'm glad. Regression is something to welcome, Because if regression occurs, that means a horse is progressing through the 5 phases until they get to the final phase of 5, which is complete, total, finished learning. And I don't think he's gone through all 5 phases with either one of those tasks yet. And my guess is he's in phase 3. Because we've had a couple of struggles that I might call phase 2 regression. Phase 3 is I got it again. Phase 4 is I not only don't know what you're talking about, I don't remember what you're talking about, but I don't like you anymore. Go away or I'm going to hurt you. And that's when a bunch of really bad things happen. So you don't go there with them. You go back to the foundation of all things when a horse is stuck. Foundation for everything we teach a horse is take one step back on command. Hey. And I was going to say take one step forward on command, but walking away is not. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, I know. Waiting for you to make that decision. Says I don't like you anymore, which is fine. You don't have to like the trainer. You just got to learn from the trainer. All kinds of anxiety. It's the most when he's going to his right and presenting his offside. He has always had a lot of trouble keeping the offside toward me, and almost impossible. Like right now he's walking with his head down. That's usually impossible for him to do. But I can see he's still got pretty darn high anxiety. He also does not like whips. And me holding a whip is making it really hard for him right now. But I've been working with him on that too. Good job right there. Good job. So I don't want him to be afraid of any of my tools. And of course, I don't want to hurt him with any of them. I don't want to use them to cue him, which is a signal. It's like saying hello in a cell phone. It's just a communication that means something. Okay, and this is the pick-me-up cue I mentioned. We'll see how he's doing on that. The idea is to bring me the stirrup, which means it's basically kind of like a turn on the forehand, where he brings me that left hip, but he needs to end up with the barrel right where my feet are. And watch his back end right now. He's finally got in position. There we go. That's what I wanted. He had to think his way through that, and he had to calm himself down. Good job getting a hold of yourself today. Very proud of you. Good lick and chew. Very nice. Because of that, I'm going to give him a little learning time out here. The harder things are for the horse, the longer the quit needs to be. During that quit is when the horse learns. The horse is not learning when it's doing. You may think that it is learning the behavior, but it's not learning in its brain in terms of cognitive thought. You have to give the horse a chance to digest information and experiences. So you have to quit. Quit faster, quit longer. How long you quit depends on how much anxiety the horse has and how difficult it is to learn what you're trying to teach. But if it has anxiety, it can't learn. When you're emotional, you don't learn. So you got to get rid of the emotions. He's licking and chewing big time again. Got to get rid of those emotions. And this is one of the ways that I do it. Okay, and this will raise his emotions. Of course, his head comes up a little, and he starts to move, and that's okay. He actually, good boy. Okay, that's a first. I didn't even raise my hand and double kiss. But by standing on the mounting block, this is the difference between what I call cognitive learning versus reaction learning. He thought about it and goes, he's standing on the mounting block looking at me in a certain way, and that look is the I should be moving my hip toward him look. And so I will. That thought process is exactly what I want my horse going through. What's Dave want me to do? Oh my goodness. Good job. Good job. Okay, so we're going to reset that. Unfortunately, you're not seeing how I got it. You're seeing the result. I double tap on the center of the, well, I'll show you. I raise my hand straight up in the air. My Q spot is between his two hips, right on his spine. And I double kiss. It's the only time I double kiss. The double kiss means, pay attention, I want you to come to me. So this is actually the beginning. Except, and if he didn't, then I would tap him right. This is the Q spot right there. And I would double tap that Q spot with the dressage whip lightly. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. To be able to perform like this, to ask the question, what's Dave want and am I going to do it, requires very little anxiety or emotion. They need to be calm and relaxed. So your main focus should be getting the horse in a mood, in a state of mind to learn. And that state of mind is calm and relaxed. That's how we all learn, when we're calm and relaxed. There's the behavior I want right there. So that was a great example of the entire thing from where I started to where we are now. Now he knows, gee, if Mr. Dave is standing on a mounting block, I should be standing next to him. Good job. Come on, walk with me. Come on, walk with me. Good job. Yes. We also want to teach our horses in conjunction with everything we learn. We teach them, we want them to learn. Oh, he separated from me. Yeah. He's an interesting, very complex individual. What a surprise there. A complex horse. Yep, no. Oh, thank you. No, no, we're not eating. No, we're not eating. Thank you. Good. So I want to teach them peace with me. The most powerful thing you have to offer a horse. I don't know if you can see me there. I'll bring him into view. The most powerful tool we have to offer is peace. So spend some time like this with your horse, offering peace, especially after anxiety. If they get ramped up on their own, or if you deliberately ramp them up, after you do that, you want to do this. And I call this yo-yoing their emotions. You take them up, you take them down. You take them up, you take them down. They learn it feels bad to have high anxiety, and they will choose not to have high anxiety anymore. Good. Woo! Good job right there. Very nice. Let's do pick me up one more time. Maybe with no dressage whip. What do I want? Okay. So he's telling me he needs that. He needed that little motivation right there. Good. You know, sometimes we all need a reason to do the things we do, especially things that we're not interested in originating ourselves like, I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? Sometimes we need reasons. And that's what operant conditioning is all about, the 4 quadrants. Positive and negative punishment, positive and negative reinforcement. Keeping in mind the positive and negative in those means adding or subtracting. It does not mean good or bad. So there's positive and negative punishment and positive and negative reinforcement. And it's really good to have all 4 of those in your toolkit along with classical conditioning. Throw that in your toolkit, you got a pretty complete package. And one more time, just to reinforce, I'd like to try that again without the dressage whip. So let's repeat that until we can do it without the dressage whip. Come on. It'd be pretty cool if that little episode right there was his phase 2 of this, because I don't think he's even gotten to phase 2 learning yet. It'd be great if, because it was so gentle and tiny. Good. There we go. Oh, what a good boy. I'm going to get greedy here, which is something you should never do. But he's not in a complete... That was a triple tap. There we go. Good. Good. You know, I want to be able to use this without a dressage whip for mounting, but he needs to be in an appropriate position to mount. And that hip was a little too far away. And my mounting block is probably not in an optimum place, should be a little further from the wall. That's okay, we'll sort all that out. I just want to get him thinking about what I want him to do, because he's been one of the most self-centered horses I've ever met. I mean, they all are in their own head, but he's been extremely resistant to come out of his head and come into my head. And it's starting to happen. Yeah, we're running episodes when it drops to 50-50, but we're running mostly 80-20. Alrighty then. Thank you all for watching. This is for you, Jen. And that's about halfway through our lesson today. Good benchmark. We'll finish this up. Have a good day. Bye.